Before we get into today's episode of Daily Brightness, we just want to say a huge thank you to Shaw for helping bring our podcast to life.
Obviously, this is something that we've wanted to do for a while. Teaming up with Goalhanger was an absolute no-brainer for us. But I think it's more just probably to get our points out there.
I think like before, Rach, it's about bringing Daily Brightness to life. And I think when we first invented it, if you like, it was all about communicating with each other, having that safe space to kind of be a little bit vulnerable and just showing our raw, authentic selves. And I think for us, the podcast is that. And that's why I think we're extremely grateful for Shaw to give us that opportunity and kind of bringing it to life and allowing us to now, you know, have it on a wider spectrum and connecting with the fans again. But also some of the things in the women's game that really need to be better and the problems and boundaries that we still face. And I think as players, current players as well, we can really touch on that and, you know, hopefully bring a little bit of attention. But ultimately it's just about sharing who we are as people. And yeah, like I said, we're really, really grateful that Shaw have given us this opportunity and supported us since day one.
Obviously, it's been amazing that Shaw have backed us from the start and all the way through this now. But exciting to have them be alongside us for this exciting summer of football. And they'll be with us every step of the way. So we're grateful for them to be alongside us sharing this journey as well. So thanks again to Shaw and thank you all for tuning in.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Rest is Football Daily Brightness. I'm Millie Bright.
And I'm Rachel Daly. Millie, let's kick this off about you because we know how much you love that. We have to talk about you. You've won the league this week for the 8th time, I believe. 6th time in a row.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow. I mean, like, what does it, like, does it get any better? Does it stay the same? Talk me through the week.
Oh, God, it's crazy. Honestly, I feel when people was like, God, you've won it 8 times. And I was like, oh my God, holy crap, I have won it 8 times. Yeah, for me, I just go season by season. And yeah, it's been a wild time at Chelsea. But yeah, winning it 8 times, but 6 in a row for me is the special one. I think, you know, being dominant and being able to overcome all the challenges that we face. Each season has been so different for so many reasons. And this is the first time that we've won it with like games to go, which has been nice because normally it goes down to the last game and it's like goal difference or points or, you know, you're kind of relying on other people. But I think this season you did well. I'm proud of you. I was watching it. I was like, go out, get a goal, girl.
How was the game though? Because I caught the second half. I got home, watched the second half.
Yeah.
It was on a bit in the change rooms after our game, but drowned out by a lot of music. But it was a close game, to be fair. 1-0. What a header, by the way. Lucy's a joke.
I know. So, literally, she was like a salmon. No, it was a good game. It was really, really good. And I think for us, we've been speaking about like that Chelsea grit and like that fiery side that we've maybe been lacking over the past few games. And then that game against United, that was us, like we were back. And that was so, so nice. Like it was such a tight game, but I absolutely loved every moment of it. There were like tackles and like it was just like bodies on the line. And to be honest, it was exciting. And I think we knew that if we won, then we'd won the league. So you don't need any more motivation than to do that. But listen, they're a top team, and yeah, they definitely gave us a run for our money. But it was nice to just feel like Chelsea again, and like I said, that gritty side that we've been missing.
Yeah, and in a way, like the way the game panned out, I feel like it was almost like a last game of the season game. Like,
yeah,
you needed to win the league, which again,
I know
that's like the mentality that Chelsea have. But although you didn't need to win the game, winning that night would just take the pressure off, and you can enjoy the bus journey home and your awards night and things without having any pressure, which is quite nice.
Yeah, we definitely went in with that mentality. You know, regardless of what we needed, whether it was a draw or not, we were like, we want to win this game. And I think especially there is like a rivalry between United and Chelsea now, which has developed over the years, which is really nice. I think it's healthy for the league. It's healthy for women's football. I love rivalry. I think it's so good. You know, the fans are giving us trash talk. And
I was getting tagged in tweets about you, like just Man United fans having a go at you, but yeah. I'm tagged in it. I was like, hang on a minute. Why am I getting what wrote me into this?
Hey, we come as a pair, so if it's me, it's you. Yeah, I was getting like, trash talk the whole
Don't talk
game.
about my bestie like that, okay? And if you're going to, don't tag me in it.
Yeah, honestly, they stayed after the game, like when we were celebrating with our fans. They were like chanting about like Barca and the Champions League. I remember I was just holding the flag. I was like, mate, I don't care. We've won 6 times in a row. Like, I've won my 8th title. Yes, would we have liked to have progressed into the final of the Champions League? Of course, but you can't take someone else's trophy away from him. Like, we just claimed it again. So, but yeah, trash talk, love it, keep it coming.
Yeah, you've got to keep rolling with the punches. That's what happens when you're a serial winner.
How was your game? Because we were watching that as well. We had that on. I remember everyone was cheering. It was mad.
Well, I suppose for us, it's almost like the shackles have come off. Like, it's wild to me that like 2 weeks ago we were having this conversation, being like, if you beat Palace, like they'll go down and you'll stay up. And it's like now we're literally on the 4th game in a row where we've won 12 points in the last 4 games. And to beat Arsenal, I said this in my interview after the game. Obviously, there's so many factors. Like, they were tired, probably coming back from the Champions League. You know, this, that, and the other. But I don't think you can discredit Aston Villa for
absolutely not
scoring 5 past Arsenal. Like,
you've played so well.
They haven't conceded 5 goals since 2017.
No, it's not an accident.
For a team like us that have been struggling and had some real lows this season, to go and put 5 past Arsenal was just like... I remember at 4-0, like when I'd scored my 4th and I like was laying on the floor because I like slid, didn't I, to score. And everyone came round and we were just like, what? 4-0 up against Arsenal, like, what's happened? Like, I think for me, I think the shackles have come off, like I said before. Like, it's not only that we're safe, like we didn't rely on Palace to get relegated for us to be safe. Like, that started when we beat Liverpool, then we beat Tottenham, then we beat Arsenal, then we've just beat West Ham. Like, you've got to create your own luck at some point, don't you? And I think that's kind of where we had that bit of a mindset shift, you know, after beating Liverpool. And it was like, right, we've got another one. And then, but I think the Arsenal one was a special one. I think it's one of my favourite games playing for Villa ever because it was almost like everything we touched just went in. It was just like, finally, the luck's on our side. But again, like I say, we've created that luck ourselves. Like, we've worked hard.
Yeah, but the goals were so good. Like, they weren't like fluky goals. Like, the goals were like so good. I remember watching it, but watching it from an outsider, you've got like that. I told you that last time. You've got that spark back. But I think it's obviously it's annoying that it's the end of the season and that's arrived. But at least now you're going into the new season knowing what you're capable of and the levels that you can play at. But when you scored, I was like, that's my bestie.
I was thinking as well, like, after the game, I was like, you said I'd score. You told me I'd score.
You always score. I told you. I'm honestly psychic. I've got psychic powers. Be careful with me.
But yeah, I played in midfield in that game as well. I was like, midfield against Arsenal. I was like, oh. But I loved it. I had a great time. And yeah, I think it was really nice to get that win. I think it kind of instilled a bit of belief back into us. And obviously Arsenal are a top side. So to beat them any point, 1-0, 2-0, but 5-2, I think we were just like... Yeah,
that's crazy.
We're all right.
And change is hard, like getting a new manager and stuff like that in between the season. Like, people don't appreciate how hard that is. Like, especially when you're in the flow of the season. Like, at the beginning, it's different. Like, you've got pre-season, you've got time to settle. But when you have that big... Can you hear the girls fighting again?
Always.
What's that? Shh. Yeah, when you're in, like, mid-season, like, I think... credit to yourselves for, just getting through that and now performing the way you are. Like, it's no coincidence. You just need a bit of time to settle. And
yeah, it was a good
ended
one.
on a high. I feel like we're both ending on highs in the season. So
that's what I mean. I think, like you said then, it's annoying that it's arrived at the end, but also quite like it. Like, I'd rather be winning now and like coming on the back of this season with a few good wins under our belt than like start the season strong and then, trying to fight relegation at the end. So it was nice. It was definitely a nice week for us, but whirlwind of a season. But yeah, both of us celebrating. That's brilliant. Going back to the game against Man United in the week, I feel like I was a part of the celebrations because of our FaceTime call. But
you were.
Let the people know what they want. Like, talk us through the celebrations. Like, what did it look like? Obviously, it's a bit different because you're away from home. But talk us through that. Obviously, a long journey.
Well, obviously, whistle goes, we're straight over to our fans. The fans have been incredible. You know how important they are, and as a player, how much you respect them and giving up their time. So we went and celebrated with them. We had the little flags and got some pictures. I managed to see my mum and dad in the crowd. And then I remember Erin shouting at me because I was doing an interview, and she was literally yelling in the middle of the interview, and I was like, sorry, I'm gonna have to apologise. She was like, get in the change room now, it's time. And we have a little ritual, which, to be fair, only the OGs that have been there for many years will know. whenever we win the league, we play Country Roads. And it's like, yeah, we're trying to teach everyone that this is what we do. Whenever we win a league at Chelsea, that's our song. And obviously we didn't have the trophy. So Lucy got one of these water bottles and it was in the middle of the floor and that was our trophy. So we're all singing and dancing. Obviously I FaceTimed you, which I won't disclose all the information and what was seen. It's not needed. But that's the level that we're on. I was about to take a shower. Rachel was, I don't know. We were celebrating. Yeah, we're best friends, you know. Yeah, we'll leave it there. You can use your own imagination. So we were being a bit crazy and silly and goofy. She was laughing, I was laughing. Everyone was like, who are you on the phone to? I was like, my best friend, Rachel, obviously.
Duh.
That's a stupid question. But yeah, and then because we've got so many players from so many different countries, everyone's got a little song. So Vika is, she plays her song. And I don't even know what it is, but it's like, did you see the video on Chelsea posted?
Yeah.
And we're all just like jumping from side to side. You'd love it. And it's not really got any dance moves, but you're just like bopping around. And it's like a bit of a mosh pit, to be honest. But yeah, everyone was on the music. She was going for it. We had like Cotton Eye Joe, like songs like that. Our type of music. That we'd be buzzing
love that.
with. Yeah. And then we go on the bus. And we have a very long journey back. I don't get back till like 4 a.m. Little bit of a celebration on the bus, nothing too wild. But yeah, we had the music on the whole way. We, popped a couple champagnes just to celebrate. You've got to celebrate, right?
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah, we classy birds, champagne on the back of the bus.
Classy birds. Were you drinking it out of the bottle as well?
I'd say so.
Love that.
I'm not going to shy away from it. That's what the podcast's about. They want rawness, right? There it is. Millie was drinking out of a champagne bottle.
Seen that a few times. We don't do the flutes around here, do we?
Yeah.
Straight out of the bottle.
Who needs a cup? It's a waste of washing up. Waste of time. Give me the bottle.
Did you see how I said flute and you said cup? That's the difference between the north and the south of Yorkshire.
Gives a cup, mate.
Gives a cup to put the champagne in.
Hey, you could have just put it in my little mug. I would have drank it out of that as well.
And then you got back from Man United at 4:00 and your dad's birthday. Talk me through that. Absolute legend. Love him so much. Shout out, Steve.
Yeah, shout out, Big Steve. He misses you. He always asks about you. So for anyone listening, my dad has this thing with Rach where whenever he sees her, and if he doesn't see her often enough, he tells her off, firstly. And when he does see her, my dad is like a big, muscly guy. Like, he gives the best hugs, doesn't he? And he always gives you a hug every single time. It's like the cutest thing.
So
just
cute.
a little ritual. Rach is basically my dad's daughter. She's like my sister. You're the family. Your family.
His fourth daughter.
Literally. He really wanted a son as well, but I guess I was the son he never got as a kid. So
yeah,
be
but
grateful.
now he's just got grandsons running around everywhere, so he's fine.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, so dad's birthday. He's 59. I'm going to out him 60 next year. Big one. And he was like, get us a goal today. I was like, yeah, I'll try. But instead I got him the win, so he'll have to accept that. But yeah, the next day I managed to get back one side, slept and recovered. And yeah, I didn't leave till about midday. Got up there in the afternoon. We actually was given 2 days off as well. Thanks,
Nice.
Sonia. Yeah, it's given us lovely 2 days off. But yeah, just went back and had a family, like little family get together on the garden. And you know me, went straight to the field, seen the horses, seen the animals, kids running around, riot. But it was just so nice to get back and see everyone. And
I think it's nice because one, you probably got to celebrate with them a little bit, but also just to switch off. And it's like, it's a bit of a reality check, innit? It brings you back down to earth. You've just won the league less than 24 hours ago. And then you're now playing super auntie and like running around a field, like probably sliding around on your knees in the mud with your nephews. Like,
literally.
it's just quite nice to have that sort of little celebration with them, but then the shut off what you need, just like family time.
Yeah, I love it. I'm straight back and my mum's straight away. She was like, oh my God, you're going to tell me off. The beds aren't straight. The yard's not swept. And I go back into like yard mode. And I'm like, why is that there? Why has Hallie not got fly spray on? Why is this? Why is that? And she's like, can you not just relax? I'm trying my best. But obviously I just go back into like
work mode.
You know, yeah, that's what I used to do. That was my job before. So I'm just like, why has she not done this? My pony looks like this. But yeah, and then I have the kids and But I've, mum and dad well, not mum, dad's building the house up there.
Yeah, is it
so every
finished
time I go back, no, nearly. They've just started installing the kitchen now.
Nice.
But every time I go back, there's like something new. So mum was like showing me around and she was dead excited, bless her. But how's your family? When are you going to go back next?
Probably after the season now, but yeah, all good. Orson is going to be my mascot for the last game of the season, which is
that is so
going to melt my heart. So it's going to be so nice having him there because he hasn't been since he was a baby.
Really?
Yeah, so it's going to be really nice to have him walking out with me, or probably asking me to carry him or whatever will be, but just to have him there will be really special. Obviously, Andy's fuming that he's in a Villa kit, but...
Oh, Andy, get a rest.
I got him the away kit, though, so it's white, so it's close as we can get to Leeds.
Exactly.
It's so cute. I need to send you a picture. It's like... Because size 3 to 4, which is what his kit is the smallest size that the club shop can print on. So it's so cute. So he's got Daly 9 on the back, but it just fits.
You need to
it's the
send
cutest
it
thing
me.
ever. Yeah, I will.
What would be the worst kit for him to be in for Andy? What would be like, no, like absolutely not?
What a team.
Yeah, because I don't feel like Villa's... I don't feel like Villa's like a big...
No, it's
rivalry.
not. I don't think it was in the Championship. I think we had a bit of a spat at one time.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be a Man United kit. But no, he's not bothered. Obviously, he knows it's fine. It's because he's wearing it for his auntie. But I was like, I'll get you the white one, so at least it's not, because claret could be seen as a little bit too ready for Andy. So, but Andy can't be there. He's in. Look at him getting another mention.
Isn't it, Andy, mate? Why don't you just come on as a guest? Why don't you just make a guest appearance?
He is working in America, so he can't actually go to the game, which is a strange one to not have him there, but have Orson.
Yeah.
But Annabelle will bring Orson, and my mum and Jim will be coming to the game as well. So it'd be nice to spend a bit of time with them after, because last game of the season at home is a little bit of a get together after with everyone's families and stuff. So that'll be really nice.
That is nice. Well, let's make a deal, Andy. You can come on as a guest, mate, but you've got to wear Man U kit. I'll buy it.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
right. He'd rather burn in the ground, to be honest.
Now, first half, we had a lot of talking about things that have been going off. However, we want to focus on the weekend that's just gone, and it's all about you, Rach. Another win, goal, assist. When do you stop?
Yeah, that was a good win. Obviously, West Ham, I think we touched on it last time, but their form has been incredible. I think some mad stat, I think it was like 7 in a row at home unbeaten or something like that for them. So that was obviously going to be a tough game. But again, I think it's that sort of mindset that we've got now. It's like never say die attitude. And we went 1-0 up early, and then they ended up going 2-1 up. I nicked one just before half time, which was nice. Good time to go into the break at 2-2.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Sneaky little goal, edging in on the back line, trying to poach. But yeah, goal and assist for me, which was obviously nice. Always want to help the team out. But again, the win is just, it feels so great. It's really, really nice to have 4 in a row now, back to back, especially in the week, been home and then away. I feel like our away form's actually better than our home form. But no, it's nice. I think obviously we've gone through the season now with so many ups and downs. And I don't think we've won even 2 back-to-back this season up until recently. So it's nice that we're finding our form now and everyone's sort of enjoying themselves. And yeah, to get that win away from home, it's obviously a difficult place to go anyway. At the best of times, West Ham, but the form that they're in, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them. We say we went 2-1 down, and it wasn't like we're going to lose or we're not going to win this one or we're not going to pull back. Yeah. But it was a bit of a basketball match. It was quite end to end. I think obviously their front 3 are in unbelievable form and they're a real handful. So it was a tough game, but
got the job done. That's all that matters.
Exactly, job done. Another win on the road. So happy days at Villa camp so far.
Yeah, buzzing for you. It's nice to see. I always like to see you do well. Just don't keep scoring against us like that'd be nice if you do that next season.
Oh, bestie. You got a rest finally. That was nice. I texted you before the game. I was like, "Excuse me, I am looking on my phone here, and there's no Millie Bright in the squad at all." I was like, "She's not in the 11. She must be on the bench. She's not on the bench. What's going on?" You finally got a rest. I bet that was quite nice, especially to stand back and watch the team win without big players like you and Lucy. It's nice that I suppose you're in that position to be able to rotate and give you that rest that you very much deserve.
Yeah, it was so nice. You know me, I want to play every game, every minute, and I'm always a bit like, I'm never going to say I want to rest. I'm available every game, every session. I'm there. I'm ready. I want to win even though we've won the league, like I want to go unbeaten. Like that's a massive. It's one thing that I said at the start of the season. It's in my notes. I put it in my notes. I remember I did an interview with Liam, BBC, and up to now, there's only 2 things that aren't on there, which is Champions League and going unbeaten the whole season. So there's still an opportunity to tick that off. And I think we'd also break a record if we win on Sunday. That's the most points anyone's ever gotten in the WSL, I believe. So
wow.
Even though we've won, there's still like records to be broken or like new achievements. So I never let up. But it was really nice to. I said this is the first Sunday that I've slept in till like 10 o'clock. I don't stay in bed past 8 o'clock. Like, you know me, I'm up and at it. So I was like, oh my God, I was exhausted. Like I just needed just a Sunday just to breathe. And it was really nice. Took the dogs a really lovely walk and watched the game. But like you said, it's really, really nice to see like the youngsters and, people that don't get that many minutes getting their opportunity and getting the win. And, I think again, we prove that we've got an amazing squad and everyone's prepared to step up. And I think it would have been so easy to have just let up and just not taken that game seriously. But, having the high standards that we do, it was really nice to see everyone, was there to win and there to do, the badge proud. And but it was a tough game though. It weren't easy. It's only 1-0. But it was nice to see. I feel fresh mentally, physically. Last 2 games, bosh, let's go.
It's important to get that rest now and again, especially going into the back end of the season and 1 league game left, a big final to play, and then obviously a big summer ahead. So it's good that you're able to get that rest, I think, especially for players like you and Lucy. Yeah,
it was really, really, really nice. But let's talk about promotion. London City Lionesses got promoted. Congratulations.
Yeah, massive for them.
I remember we spoke about on the last one how close it was, and I think it was really, really tight.
Yeah, Birmingham needed to win, but London City could have had a draw.
Yeah, so that was exciting.
Massive time for them, and to have a team in the league that isn't affiliated with a men's team is going to be quite interesting, I think. And obviously we know the support that Michelle Kang has given to them and the clubs that she owns. Be interesting to see the signings that they make. It's funny because Isabel Goodwin, she's absolutely flying. And she was at Villa, like my first season, she was at Villa. She struggled with a lot of injuries and she's done a stint now in the Championship. She was at Sheffield United and then moved over to London City and she's just absolutely flying like that. Did you see her goal? Ripped it top corner from way out. It was unbelievable.
No, I've not seen it.
But she's a character. She's so funny. Like watching her interview after was just so raw and like just funny. But it was great for them and great that it was televised, I think. To put that on Sky was a big deal. To get that representation was massive.
I really like seeing it was like everywhere. Like as soon as they got promoted, it was literally everywhere. And I think that's so important that the Championship get that recognition and get that visibility as well. Because ultimately they're getting promoted into our league. So they go hand in hand. They should get that visibility. They should get, the posts about, like you said, on Sky and all the other stuff. So it was actually really nice. And that's the first time it's ever been really like in your face. Yeah, it was really, really nice. But I'm intrigued to see what they'll look like when they come up. Because like you said, they've got great investment. I feel like they've got a great structure at the club. And they've really, built a great foundation. So it'll be interesting to see what they do when they come up. And
another bloody London team to travel to, for God's sake.
Perfect. Perfect.
It was really good visibility for them. And I think it was great because after the game straight away, like when we got back in the change rooms, like first thing I was thinking was, who won the Championship? I think that's quite exciting because I don't know if it's been like that before, but it's the first season where I've been like, who won? What was the score? Like, how did it go? And everyone was talking about it in the change rooms after the game. So I think that's quite nice, like that we're, recognising them a lot more and getting them the credit that they deserve for the Championship. It's been a good year for everyone involved. So congratulations to London City Lionesses.
Congrats. See you next season. But how is my little Dexi?
Oh, the little baby. So I'm making it sound way more dramatic than it is. Honestly, I was in training.
Yeah, we like to be dramatic though.
I was like, Dexi's going under the knife. She wasn't at all. Like, my mum was like, Rach, she's not going under the knife. She's having a simple procedure. I'm like, I don't care if my little girl is having general anaesthetic.
It's under the knife.
It's under the knife to me. I don't want it. Don't want to think about it. So all day at training, I was just like, oh my God, is she okay? I'd like not had a text to say she'd come round or anything. So I was just like, oh.
Do you keep ringing the vets? Because when mine are in the vets, I'm like, can I just have an update, please? I'm just checking in. No one's called me.
I actually got our player support to do it. I was like, can you please call them? Like, I left with my phone. I was like, if they call, can you go and pick her up while I'm at training? Like, I don't want her being in a crate at the vets any longer. But she was absolutely fine. It was so sad though. Like, when I picked her up, she was just crying for like 2 hours. Like, not happy crying. Like, she was fuming at me for one, because she was like, you've left me here all day.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
You bitch.
Yeah, literally, like, piss off, mum. And then she was just really, really upset and like crying. It was the saddest thing ever. Honestly, it made me so upset. But yeah, she had 2 little teeth out, bless her. And she's right as rain now. She had a nice little weekend, so she's happy.
Oh, that's so cute.
She's alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, and a little shaved paw. Oh, you know, they shave it to put the cannula in. I'm like, oh.
Zeus's hair won't come back. So where he had his tumours removed,
it's all on his back, isn't it?
They've shaved his patch on his back and then both sides. And I'm like, everyone's like, oh, what's he had done? I was like, yeah, it was like 6 months ago. It won't grow back. So now I'm like, do I shave all of him? Do I leave him?
Just put a coat on.
Yeah, in the winter it's great, but we're in summertime. And he's just rocking around.
Just let him rock.
Trotting around. Yeah, he looks silly, but whatever. We are silly.
Exactly.
So,
we let him
I'm
rage.
glad she's okay. I know everyone's probably been worried. The fans, they love our dogs, so we just have to clear that up. Dexi's fine.
Little cutie
alive.
pie, she's good.
Yeah.
Right, leading on, I think we should go into our gratitude time.
Oh.
Do you want to do 1 and 1?
Yeah, 1 and 1. All right, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing I'm going to say I'm grateful for this week is our fans. I think they came out in numbers away at West Ham yesterday, and they were very vocal against Arsenal. I think they've stuck with us throughout this turbulent and tricky season. So shout out to them, grateful for their support.
That's really nice. Oh, first thing I'm grateful for is winning another title. It's got to be
100%.
my 8th title. Yeah, I'm grateful to be a part of a winning culture.
Love that.
And winning trophies.
Absolutely love that. Second thing I'm grateful for is Sarah's mum and stepdad for watching Dexi this weekend, because obviously her little procedure was Friday and she was crying and she was so upset, bless her, and she just wasn't happy. She was in pain. And then I had to leave her Saturday to go to West Ham. And she loves them, but it was just so hard for me to like pick her up, drop her off at the vets, her hate me from picking her up from the vets, and then drop her off somewhere else again on the weekend. But she had the time of her life, as always, and thriving. So I'm grateful for them to just really take care of her as if she's their own.
That's really nice. Second thing I'm grateful for, I was grateful to have a Sunday off. I'm not going to take that for granted.
No, yeah, 100%.
That was amazing. Just actually feeling like a normal human for the first time in many, many years and being able to sleep past 8 o'clock. I'm grateful for that Sunday off. Now I know what everyone raves about.
Yeah, normal people.
Never experienced it. I'm buzzing for a Tuesday, mate. Woo.
I said that today. Like, I was like, no, yesterday. I was like, we don't know what bank holidays are, do we? Like, it's bank holiday Monday today.
I know everyone's like buzzing for it, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm like, I don't actually know what day you don't know what day of the week it is in football, do you? It's like game day, and then you work your way back from that. But yeah, bank holidays. I don't know what they look like, what they are, but here we are.
No, nor do I. All right, final one.
Final one. I tell you what, you'll like this one. I'm grateful for FaceTime, because
yes,
if I didn't have FaceTime, I wouldn't have been able to witness what I witnessed on Wednesday night with you. And those are moments that people can't take away from us. So
that is the best moment. And we can't show you what that looked like, guys. I apologise in advance. It's not
PG.
It's not PG. It's not suitable for the viewers.
But that I am grateful for that. I have been able to use my phone to FaceTime you and be a part of your celebration.
That was such like a Millie and Rach moment. Like we were both in the same situation. Like,
I know, but literally I was lying there and I was like, I'm going to ring you until you answer. So you better pick up soon, because I'll stay. You know me. I was like, I'll stay here all night. I'm like, I've texted you. You've not read it. Get on your phone and phone me back. And then I like rang you once. You didn't answer. I was like, well, I'll keep going. Rang you again. Didn't answer. Rang you again. I was like, here she is.
I'm there. All right, I like that one. My third thing is, you know what I've been using a lot of, and thanks Apple for the update. Well, to be fair, any phone. You know, like when you're doing voice notes, you can do video notes.
Video notes, yes.
That is a game changer.
It is amazing.
Do you know what I think as well? And I'll tell you a little thing. I made a family chat, and every day I try and do a little karaoke video, like when I'm going to training, and I do the video note. And I said to him, I was like, Mom, I want one back, like Tori, Amy, get on it. They're like little memories. Yeah. So cute. I love it. Cute. I'm here for it. I always do video notes now. Always.
Same.
Always.
I love them.
I rate
Absolutely
them highly.
Love them.
Way better than a voice note. Like, I can see your face.
Yeah. Miles
so
better.
I'm grateful for that. Yeah, video note, creating little memories.
Love it. Love it. Right, that's all for The Rest is Football Daily Brightness.
Thank you, guys. Just a little reminder to get your questions in. Our email is dailybrightness@goalhanger.com, or you can use the hashtag dailybrightness on social media. Get your questions in. Goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.